So Kirk, that's a great segue into the technology aspect of the interview. So, at Giant Eagle, it's obviously a well-respected market leader. And so how do you identify technology required to maintain that high standard?
Yeah, I think, for us, it starts on our focus around being customer obsessed. And what do I mean by that? It's really important to make sure that we're not only meeting the needs of our customer base, but we're exceeding their expectations. And so as their taste and preferences change significantly, and their desire for being able to interact with us whenever, wherever, and however they want, it's our job to make sure that we have the capability to meet those needs and those desires for however they want to interact with us. Whether it's buying online, picking up at store, whether it's buying online, having your order delivered to you, whether it's coming in to shop in our locations, making sure that we have product, making sure that you feel safe, making sure that we're giving you the information real time at that moment of truth as you are shopping. So it really starts with our customer. Clearly we keep an eye on competition, and clearly we look at what, we rely on third parties to help us understand what kind of technologies that they're looking at, investing in, preparing to bring to market that we think potentially have an opportunity to influence the customer experience to be, even less frictionless, if you will, and to be more pleasing. So those are, 3 or 4 ways in which we work hard to make sure that we're staying well ahead of the technology curve and what are the right technologies to implement into the business to make sure that we're staying at the forefront.
That's great. So Kirk, how can organizations leverage technology just to gather some customer insight, not just data? And to dovetail off of that is what types of technologies do you think are most effective in that endeavor?
Well, I think there are several opportunities to determine what customer tastes and preferences and shopping patterns are. Certainly the thing that we want to make sure that we're always doing is maintaining the integrity of the relationship that we have with the customer. So certainly making sure that we have good data privacy, good data management. First of all, we subjectively ask our customers how we're doing. We closely track and pay close attention to what we call voice of guest, and want to understand, their experience. How is it going? From a digital perspective, what are they looking at on our website? Where do they go? Where do they dwell? Where's their dwell time on our website? What products are they looking at? Do they have products that they put in a basket and then take out of a basket? And then obviously, what's their historical buying patterns? How do they shop with us? Can we determine if there are changes in their buying patterns so that we can make sure that potentially we give them more relevant offers for their taste and preferences for their household? And then clearly, they certainly interact with us while in store. They interact with us digitally while in store. They interact with us digitally while not in store. They send in customer comments. We query them a lot, again, with voice of guest. We monitor, or we at least determine, what are their preferences by all those different avenues. And we want to, again, we're working hard to make sure that we're giving them the offers, we're offering the products and the goods and services that they desire based upon those different points of interaction that they have with us as Giant Eagle.
That's interesting. So how often are you guys kind of collecting and reviewing that data from the customer experience?
Oh, we review it all the time. It goes, a lot of that data gets fed into the way that we speak to our customers through marketing. Yeah. And it's pretty much near real time. The way that we run our stores from an operations perspective. People understand that the customers through voice of guest are pleased with the experience, not pleased with the experience. It affects the types of goods and services that we procure and put in our store. Sure. From a merchandising perspective. So it basically, again, being a customer obsessed organization means that you are listening intently to the different ways that the customer interacts with you. And you are working diligently, almost 7 by 24, to ensure you're giving them the experiences and the products and the goods and services that they desire. So very, very important for us to make sure our customer is number one for us.
Yeah,
team members,
satisfaction.
I would say our customers are 1A, and I would say team members are 1A, right? So, listening to team members also, they have a ton of interaction with our customer base, and they're incredibly important. So listening to what our team members have to say about customer feedback and what are their observations. They're in the store quite a bit. So all of that goes into all those different interaction points feed into how we merchandise, how we market, how we interact with the guest across those different formats.
That's great. Thanks for that feedback.